Hey everyone, welcome back to KO.
I'm Kiefer.
And I'm Ollie.
So today we're going to be doing another dragon video.
Ooh.
And Ollie hates them, that's why they're pulling a face.
Yes, but I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. And, well, that's the point of this channel, isn't it? To challenge you.
Yeah, challenge each other.
In honour of Thunderbolts coming out, we are turning Thunderbolts characters into dragons.
I haven't watched Thunderbolts.
No.
You have, obviously.
Yes, I have. And
yeah.
My story for this video is heavily influenced by it.
I don't have a story.
No, you never do.
No. Apart from the first video. That was a really good story. I think you should go check that out if you want to. It'll be up here somewhere. Or here. It'll be here. It'll be either there or here, but it should be here. Yeah.
Stop making it about the first video.
Go watch it.
So, anyone who has read Marvel Comics knows that Sentry has his counterpart, and the film follows suit.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to be doing Sentry as a dragon.
And I'm doing Void.
The Void.
The Void.
I think that's enough.
Yay!
Enjoy the time lapses.
To the thing.
Enjoy the time lapses.
Yay!
Now, as you can clearly tell from the intro, I have no idea what's going on. I didn't know what to draw for this. As I have not seen the film, all I had to go off was what I could find on Google, which was quite a challenge. So fair enough, I had an easier character being just a silhouette, but that came with its own challenges of having to make a cohesive image with just a silhouette. As you can see, I kind of did something a bit different to normal and used more grainy brushes and didn't do any line work, which was quite strange for me. But I think it looked quite nice in the end. It gave quite a dark, grungy feel.
The majority of dragons one can find in our realm are the result of countless years of evolution, adaptations that have been forced into genetics through survival of the fittest. But this is not how the Golden Sentry came into being. Many years ago, there was a series of wars between the kingdoms of the Hydraxian Empire and the forces of the Howling Shielders. A rebellion formed from civilians and knights who had survived the initial sieges imposed by the Empire. It was a series of wars that produced some of the fiercest warriors, but also some of the most terrible creatures to ever scourge our world. As the fighting continued, the Shielders held their ground, and while their numbers were small in comparison, their will and determination was keeping the Hydraxians at bay. At least until the invading forces turned to magic and sorcery to give themselves an upper hand. They kidnapped a sorcerer by the name of Arbus Erskine, and forced him to turn the most docile of dragons into terrible monsters known only as the Scarlet Skulled Hydras. These beasts tore through the rebellion as though it were ripping through paper, leaving bodies in shreds and forcing tactical retreats whenever they were on the field. To counteract this, they searched for their own creatures that could potentially fight off the Hydras, but nothing came close to their might or power. The rebellion was losing hope. Until a knight by the name of Stephen Rogers rode in with information regarding the kidnapping of a certain sorcerer, and a hope that they would help them in exchange for his escape. They knew what they had to do. A mission was carried out with Stefan at the helm into the centre of the Hydraxian kingdoms, where they not only broke out the sorcerer, but found countless warriors who had been taken as trophies of war. They fought their way out fiercely before burning down the dungeons and leaving the scorched remains as a sign that the Hydraxians would not keep control. The sorcerer proceeded to create many different species to aid in the rebellion's efforts, from armoured direwolves to golden phoenixes, to the likes of the worthy American Shieldwing, a wyvern with wings tougher but lighter than steel, and strength to rival that of the Scarlet Skull Hydra. Over half a century later, a new power threatens our otherwise peaceful realm. In the wake of war waged by the forces of Princess Adira, many kingdoms are searching for a means of protecting themselves. This was no different for the likes of Valentina, the tyrant in charge of the kingdom of Oxara. With the threat of war at her walls, she turned to the many books and scrolls she had collected over the years, books she had collected through the assassinations and mutilations of countless public figures, which is how she found herself upon reading the spells of one sorcerer, Arden Erskine. She attempted to cast the transmutation spell on countless creatures, from dragon turtles to ogres, to no avail. She was about to give up when she found the perfect subject, a runt of a dragon that had been lurking around the walls of her kingdom, begging for food, scraps, and unaware of the strength that it had. It was a timid beast. Although it was bigger than Valentina, it seemed to doubt itself, and had a tendency of self-harm, like it was depressed and was aware that it had been kicked out of its group. She preyed on this, and used a spell in an attempt to transform the dragon into something more powerful, but it had appeared that it didn't work. She threw the dragon into a dungeon along with the plethora of other failed experiments she had created, and left it there. The next time she returned to the dungeon, she found that the creature had changed shape, had a broader frame, stronger wings, and huge spikes appearing like a crown protruding from its head. Its scales had turned from green to a mixture of gold and black, and its timid nature had changed to a more imposing, strong, and threatening demeanour. Alongside this, she saw that there was no other creatures remaining, and scorch marks appearing to be the shape of these creatures were scattered across the floors and walls. This made her very happy. A week after finding the dragon, an army was forming on a hill on the horizon from the kingdom's walls. They were dressed primarily in black, but each of them wore a yellow thunderbolt on their shoulders, the sign of the people of Voltaria. Their mission was to free the people of Oxara from the tyrannical rule of Valentina, and they had a single cannon aimed at the castle as a warning. They lit the fuse, and the cannon blasted a hole in the forward-facing walls. Any civilians outside the wall rushed inside, and were replaced with knights wearing the symbol of Oxara. They stood at attention, while civilians ran for cover, waiting for their orders. Then there was a bellow from a horn being blown from one of the castle's many turrets, and a snide laughing echoed soon after. Then she released the golden sentry. The creature flew up from the centre of the castle, blowing open the wooden doors to the dungeon and stopped in the air, stationary, flapping its wings and staring off into the distance, to where the opposing forces were standing. They aimed once more, the cannon now aimed towards the dragon, and a voice called from the masses. "Do you really think one of your monsters can take down our entire army? We will remove you from the throne, Valentina, and you will face justice for what you have done to the people of Oxara. They do not need a tyrant." Valentina, rolling her eyes, turned to the dragon and pointed. This was the first point anyone had ever seen this creature in action, and luckily there is only one of them, for what it did that day was truly terrifying. The cannon fired towards the sentry and hit directly, but instead of knocking the dragon out of the sky, it crumbled to pieces and the dragon was unscathed. It continued on, flying faster than any other dragon in the area. Trees were pulled from their roots just through the force that this dragon's wings produced, and the knights were powerless to stop it. When it reached them, its eyes turned milky white, it opened its mouth wide as an immense golden light filled the back of its throat. It leaned back, before thrusting its torso and head forward, releasing a steady stream of golden light so powerful it left no body, only the similar scorch marks to those in the dungeon. It didn't stop until there was nothing left, no knights, no weapons, only scorched earth where they had once been. Valentina was both proud, but petrified of the creature. In seeing it in action, she realised the true potential that the creature had, but also realised she couldn't control it. She didn't wait, she aimed all of the cannons at the creature, and had them imbued with spells created to destroy the creature. The sentry was unaware of the attack, and the cannons hit directly. It fell from the sky, supposedly dead. However, when she sent knights out to retrieve the body, it had disappeared.
So you've seen the time lapses, and we haven't seen each other's drawings
No.
yet. I'm gonna let Ollie go first,
Okay.
because it's gonna be interesting seeing what they've done, considering they haven't seen the film. And
I know nothing about the character.
yeah,
Sorry in advance to everyone. No, I've gone through kind of like a different style to normal.
How would you stylize a silhouette?
Just wait and see. I've done no line work.
No, because the line work would be the silhouette.
But in the surroundings also.
Okay.
Which I always do line work for everything. Don't I?
Yes.
And it's not line work to anything.
Oh. Oh.
Oh?
I wasn't expecting that.
What was you expecting?
War of the Dragon, but that is cool, and I suppose you've... Yeah.
I found a screenshot of the buildings in the same positions with him there.
Yes.
So I thought, hey, let's do that. And I also did one that had 2 sets of wings because it's one body with 2 sides. I put thought into it.
I mean, fair enough.
As much thought as I could. And he's got 2 towels as well, it's like double. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't I see you, sentry?
No.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Wow! That is different.
What do you mean it's different?
I don't know. I really like that.
What do you mean by it's different?
I don't know. It's more like a humanoid dragon in it.
I never said you had to do it exactly like a dragon.
I know. But yeah, no, I really like that. The eyes as well. I want to zoom in, but I'll ruin it. I really like that. I like it.
I did a different border.
You did do a different border. It makes it pop more.
It's the colours of the logo.
It is! It is the colours of the logo.
I'm going to plug my channel now.
Oh.
In the future, I'm going to be doing some of the other Thunderbolts cast
Oh, okay.
as dragons.
Cool.
They won't be in one video. It won't be a bunch of drawings across one video. It'll be like bestiary files with
Ooh.
one drawing.
A video.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Might result in some smaller videos, but it means I get more out there.
Yeah. And you'll be able to find Kiefer's channel on the end screen or in the description, or if you go on our social media, you can find it there. I have one too.
Yes, you do.
You can find mine as well. I won't be doing more Thunderbolts things. I will be doing, I don't know, things. You'll see some stuff over there. I'm going to revamp it soon. If you want to see like more chilled, vibey stuff, go over there. If you want interesting stories, go to Kiefer's.
Now both of the channels are plugged.
Yay!
We hope you've enjoyed the video. Let us know whose drawing you think is better. I think Ollie's is in terms of...
I don't think so.
let
say
them decide.
even.
Let
Yeah,
them decide.
you decide.
While we're plugging things,
A few videos ago you might have noticed we did a t-shirt design challenge for the Raw Paw design challenge. Well, we're pleased to announce those t-shirts are available for pre-order now. Link in our description.
we hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe,
If you
all
want
those
to.
fun things.
Yeah, and we will see you in the next video, which will be something to do with mermaid.
Yeah.
Da da da.
Bye!
Bye.